Well, I'm kind of finding myself with video block today. Said give it away, give it all away, and so I'm tempted to just go ahead and teach you gold and silver, and somebody brings in a couple spoons, and you'll notice the tarnish on these is very, very bad, and you know that's a sign of silver. Pure silver. It can also be a sign of plated silver, but there's a slight difference. And those are the kind of things that I would try to teach. I won't be teaching a bunch of high-tech, how to use this latest high-tech toy. Check your gold and silver. If you're a gold buyer or silver buyer, I wouldn't. Tell you the truth, I wouldn't know anything about them, wouldn't know what they are or what they do or anything else. I rely on my senses, and that's what I would teach you to do. Sometimes it's feel, sometimes it's smell, sometimes it's taste, and sometimes it's look. I just use all my senses for gold and silver, and always have. Been doing it since I was about 12 years old. A lot of things since then that I didn't know then. Silver polishes very easily, and I remember when I was back picking, I would grab up a spoon or something, and I would just give it a little rub on my leg, and it would get a shine to it almost immediately. So I would know to look further. Maybe it wasn't marked, or which is kind of a rarity, but whatever the case was. You can also tell by bending a spoon. Silver, as you get into this and you get to knowing it, there's a certain feel to the way that bends. And I tell you, a blind man could buy silver flatware. Believe that or not. Believe that or not. He'd never have to look at the marking if he used his knowledge. And that's the knowledge that we're trying to pass along. At least that's my vision of what we're trying to do here. Is educate people, and it really doesn't take any of those electronic gadgets, but hey, if that's the way you want to go about it, that's totally up to you. Of course, I'll give you today, and yeah, here I've got some here, little earrings. Now, when you're in the scrap gold and silver business, it's not unusual for people to bring you in. There you go. Just a whole bag of earrings, and get these out here so you can see them. It's not unusual for someone to bring you in a bag of just stick pins and little pendants and earrings. So, you've got a whole pile of earrings laying out that a customer's just brought in. And you got to be thinking about your time somewhat. Now, I wish I had a bigger pile laying there. I don't, I'm running low on earrings right now. But, you can look at them, and there's a very quick way to go through them, and that is that if you have a gold earring, and when I say that, I mean the front of the earring is gold. If this little stem here, your post, if it's silver colored, like a metal colored, let's say, steel or silver, that color, as opposed to being gold, like this one is, like this one is, like this one is. Well, that's not white gold there you're seeing. It's probably going to be a piece of stainless steel, a piece of surgical steel. Gold earrings, yellow gold earrings, always have a yellow gold post. So you can automatically go through a pile of earrings, and you can pitch out all of them that are gold on the front and silver on the back, because you know that if that post is metal colored and the front is gold, you haven't got anything there. Now it gets a little more tricky when if you have a white gold earring or a white silver colored front on an earring. Then you've got to take your loop out and check that for markings. And earrings are normally, especially when they're a little bitty guy like that, they're marked on the shaft. Now this here is a threaded shaft, or this one is, one of these guys are. And a threaded shaft, that's almost always a giveaway that you're talking about a gold earring, because they don't want you to lose it. But where I'm going with this is once you get all your gold front earrings with silver colored back post, you pick all them out. Well, then you move on, and you can just pick up an earring like this or like this, and you try to bend it, and you'll find that it bends. The post will bend quite easy. Now you reach over here in this pile of them that you threw out, and you see how that surgical steel and how that stainless bends. Well, it doesn't bend. I mean, you'll hurt your finger trying to bend it. So you need to learn that kind of thing so you can go through lots very quickly without investing $500–600 in a testing device. And be quite honest, that would take an awful lot of time. If somebody brought in 200 earrings and wanted you to sort the gold out of it, you'd be there all day. And you can't be there all day because you're not going to make that kind of money. But yeah, so that's my tip for the day, to get acquainted with what a gold earring post feels like. And I guarantee you, they all feel the same. Now some of them are 10 karat and some of them are 14, but the majority of them are 14, and you can tell a very profound difference between the two. Another little tip I'll throw in today is on old antique stick pins, and I like to buy old stuff. You know, I buy a bunch of new stuff. You know, not only do I have to worry about somebody's made up some scam kind of gold and trying to sell it to me, but I have to worry about stolen goods, and stolen goods is something you don't want to get mixed up with. You want to buy old, broken, antique, whatever kind of jewelry. And if somebody brings in a big batch of stuff that looks like it just came from LS Airs today, well, you want to look a little sideways at that person. You know, are they a thief? Are they a scam? You know, hey, where'd you get this at? Because you want to protect your ass.